Hey everyone, it's Allison. Welcome back to the Tiny Herd. Tonight we are going to be doing spot cleaning. So I'm going to show you guys how to spot clean a guinea pig cage the way that I do it, because I get a lot of questions on that. So we're going to do how to spot clean guinea pig cages. Do these 3 cages. Each one has 2 pigs in it. And while we do that, if you are a returning visitor to my channel, I'm going to give you some updates. So we're just going to go ahead and get started. These cages are not too bad because they did get cleaned last night. I actually tried to film that for you guys and realized I wasn't filming when I got done. So we're doing a spot clean. So with this first cage here, I will walk you through how I actually spot clean. So basically, spot cleaning is something that needs done pretty much every day, at the least. Like, I say pretty much every day. If you miss a day, it's not the end of the world, but really try to do it every day if you use fleece. It's really important to do it if you use fleece to keep it a sanitary environment. I use smaller pads in like hay areas and like under water bottles or hideys, so it's easier to clean, because you don't want any wet areas in the cage. So I will link my video talking about how to use fleece in case you haven't used fleece before, you don't know the details on how to use it, because there's more to it than just tossing a piece of fleece in the cage. So I will link that. But basically what I do is I start by taking out any small pads and shaking them off into the trash, and then like if this was wet, I would get a new one of this, but these were just put in last night, so they are not. And then from there, I pretty much just scoop up the poops and the hay. And you can use like a brush for this if that works better for you. I found that this works better for getting hay off of the fleece because it kind of scoops it along instead of like sweeping it along. You also can use a hand vacuum. I use a hand vacuum pretty often too, because it does really good getting the hay up, and it's a little bit faster sometimes. But obviously for the purposes of this video, I want to talk to you guys, and I still do this, reasonably often. It kind of just depends on what mood I'm in. So with spot cleaning, you're just sweeping up the poops and the hay to keep the cage pretty clean, and then like I mentioned, the most important thing is you don't want any wet areas. So anything that's wet, any wet pads, any wet spots need to be switched out. So that's why I use smaller pads or like these bath mats, because when they get wet, which is usually like after a day or so, I can just switch them out instead of having to change the entire cage. So like I said, these cages were fully cleaned last night, so like this rug I'll probably switch out tomorrow, maybe the day after, but probably tomorrow, just because I know these pigs and they'll probably need it tomorrow. So that's pretty much all there is to spot cleaning a cage. It takes me like, I guess however long this video is to do it, and I have 3 cages, so if you only had like 1 cage worth of guinea pigs, then it shouldn't take you very long to do every day. Some people do it twice a day. It all can kind of just depend on how messy your pigs are. All of my pigs, I used to spot clean twice a day when I first got my original 4 pigs, but I usually do once a day now, and that's fine for them. Their cages are bigger than the minimum size, and there's just pairs in them. My trios cage that I used to have used to get a little messy after a day, but it wasn't anything crazy. So you kind of just have to see how often with your pigs, but definitely needs done, like, I say daily, because you really want to try to do it every day. If you miss a day, like I said, not the end of the world, but it's not healthy for them to be sitting on wet fabric or be sitting on poops or anything like that. So you want to make sure it's staying clean and dry. And like this cage already is pretty much done. I'm going to get the poops out of here. And there weren't very many in there because they're still a little nervous about their new room setup. They've only been here in this room for about a week, so they're still getting used to it, but these two also just like their bed a lot. So I put these two pads here because I put a hay pile here, so once I'm done spot cleaning all the cages, I will give everybody a fresh hay pile, so we'll do that in a second. But that's pretty much how you spot clean a cage. I mean, you'll see how I do the rest of these. I want to give my returning subs, thank you if you're a returning sub, some updates because I haven't posted a video in a while. Before I did my room reveal, ew, this is all wet hay. That was up earlier this week. So I wanted to give some updates because there's some things I shared on Instagram that I haven't shared on YouTube. I wasn't like away for any crazy reason. I was just really busy at work and I needed to focus on that and finishing this room because we were remodeling that. That video will be linked as well in case you haven't seen that. But the biggest update is I said this cage used to be a trio. There did used to be Johnny and June, and then Callie used to be in with them. And Callie did actually pass away. She was the last pig I had of my original 4 girls. She was actually the very first guinea pig that I got as an adult. I got her from Petco before I knew that you could adopt guinea pigs or rehome guinea pigs. And it was sad. She was 7.5, so she lived a really good long life, and I'm sad about it, but I'm a lot more at peace with it, I think, than some of the other pigs that I've had pass away, just because she wasn't sick, she didn't have any issues, nothing crazy was going on, like she didn't have anything going wrong. She just, one evening I came in and I just kind of noticed that she wasn't right. Like she seemed off. And we kind of knew that it was probably just her old age. We did take her to the emergency vet just to be sure that nothing like weird was going on. And we had her there for a little bit, but even the vet too was like, I think it's just her time basically. So, we got her some medication just to keep her comfortable, and then brought her home, and then she did pass away that evening. So that was sad, but I'm happy with the life that she lived. So it's always a little bit more upsetting when you either don't know what happened or they're sick or something like that. So she was just an old lady. That's really the biggest update, other than, of course, the room being done, which I'm very excited about. It just feels like pieces of the puzzle are being put together. I don't know if that makes any sense, but we had been planning this room for over a year when we decided to move down here. We knew it was going to be a lot of work and a lot of remodeling. Like, this whole room's been remodeled, and it just feels kind of surreal that I'm just like in here now and the pets are just in here. So it's really nice. It's really fun. And I'm really glad that we're at this point, especially because this is like my favorite thing to do. Like, taking care of my pets is my favorite thing. I love being down here. And it's going to be really great for filming too. So that was kind of my goal with the room, was have it be functional, but I also wanted it to look really nice for filming. And because, I mean, this is like, we consider this our forever home, so we wanted it to be exactly how we wanted it to be. Excuse me, boys. Oh, Neville is my pig that is blind, which is why he just walked into that. Didn't know. Yes, you're a good boy though. Everyone else is doing really well. Georgie had a hay poke earlier this week, but his eye is looking really good and back to normal now. I shared some about that on Instagram. If you want like daily pet updates, definitely follow me on Instagram because I post on my stories a lot more. You guys can get more real-time updates. So this cage is done. Get their rug back where it goes. Excuse me, boys. And again, they'll get hay in just a second when I'm done. But this here, Ronald is one of my most timid pigs. He's just very shy, kind of. Or skittish, I guess is a better word. Okay. Oh, and Mac is in here, making an appearance. Hello, Georgie. How's your eye look? Oh, it looks much better. Yeah, it looks good. Hi. Hi, good boy. I'm gonna clean your cage up. I am still organizing this room. As you can see, there's just random grids and stuff around. Some of this hay is not bad. Doesn't need to go. I'm just gonna put it up here for a minute. I don't want to waste hay. That's perfectly fine. These boys really love hay piles. This is all kind of wet. So they like spread it around and burrow in it a lot, as you can see. Let me know if you guys have any videos that you want to see. Besides cage cleans, I will be doing cage cleans. I tried to do one for you this week, and of course I screwed up my filming yesterday. So spot clean hopefully is the next best thing besides a full cage clean. And at least I can give you guys some updates. So I will give you updates on the bunnies. Mac obviously is in here. She is staying in here. She's absolutely destroying the carpet in our basement, so she is staying in this room. We originally were planning on bonding all three of the bunnies together. Mike and Andy are my two neutered male bunnies that are upstairs that used to be bonded and now are separate because of kind of a freak issue that happened. But I really want to get everybody their friends back because I don't want single bunnies. And then Mac never had a friend because we rescued her from a McDonald's drive-thru and then she had to be spayed. So I want everybody to have their friends. I'm tired of having single bunnies. Don't like having single bunnies. And honestly, upstairs I would like some of my house back because we have a bunny in the dining room and then a bunny in the rest of the house. So what we decided to do is actually tomorrow morning we will be starting the process to try and rebond Mike and Andy back together. And yes, I will be filming the entire process. We'll be starting that tomorrow. And little Mac here, I'm working on getting everyone vaccinated for RHDV. And once everyone is vaccinated, our plan is to take little Mac to a rabbit rescue that's a couple hours from us and do like a speed dating with them since they kind of like know more about bonding bunnies than I do, of course, and have them help us find like the right friend for her. I think that's going to be our best bet because the animal shelter that's near me for some reason has stopped fixing the bunnies that they get in. They used to fix all of them and microchip all of them, but they stopped doing that. So I can't really like adopt a bunny, get it spayed or neutered, hope that it bonds with Mac, and then like what do I do if they don't bond? Like I can't give a bunny back that I've nursed through a surgery, and I don't want to give a bunny back to the shelter anyways. Like that's too much emotionally for me and the bunny. So we're not going to do that. I think it's going to be a better route to just plan a weekend where we can go the couple hours to the rabbit rescue, plan out the trip ahead of time, take her with us, find the right friend for her, and then hopefully have 2 pairs of happy bunnies living together. And then the boy bunnies will stay upstairs because they're very good. Like they're about 5. They're very used to being free roam. They're very good with their litter box. Well, they're okay with their litter box. Overall they are. They'll go to the bathroom right next to their litter box. They don't go like all over. So I'm hoping to have them back together within the next couple of weeks. Cross my fingers. What are you boys doing? This is Georgie and Jellybean, if I didn't say that. They are both not older males. Georgie's my only senior pig. He is 5, I believe, 5.5-ish. So he's my oldest piggy right now. Callie Pig was my oldest piglet before, but we got good old Georgie, huh? Here's some of your hay back. Now I just made a mess up here, but that's okay. There's always hay when you got piggies and buns. That's all right. I'm keeping an eye on their pee because let me know if you guys are having this issue. We can't find green leaf lettuce anywhere. There's only romaine. And I don't know why. Like, I haven't heard of there being a shortage, but I guess there's a shortage because we can only find romaine. And I don't normally feed romaine because it has a little bit more calcium in it. So that's why I was like looking at this couch because there's like some calcium deposits on here. That's from a tomato. That's not like blood. But I just don't know why we can't find green leaf lettuce. I'm gonna have to like drive to a grocery store instead of going to the one that's near us, which is fine. If I have to do that, I have to do that. Just don't know why they don't have the lettuce that I want. They haven't had like great kale either. They've only had like the bagged kale. And the bunnies, I don't give kale to the guinea pigs, but Andy definitely prefers like the stalks of kale, not the bags of kale. So I don't know what that's about. All right, time for hay. I got this giant tub at Walmart for our hay. It's like 50 gallons and it works really great. The only thing I have to watch in this room is Mac is much more vertical than the bunnies upstairs. Like, she'll actually jump up on stuff. So we have to watch that we don't leave stuff like this because she will jump up on this and then jump up on this table. So obviously we don't want that. We don't want any contact between her and the guinea pigs. Like, I don't set their stuff on the floor. I've learned very quickly not to set their stuff on the floor because she will bother it. So I do everything I can to keep no contact between bunny and guinea pigs. So, all right, is that good? That's how we spot clean. See, here she comes. Here, I'll give you a little pile up here. It's her favorite spot to sit, so. Can't get the lid back on. There we go. There you go. Good girl. All right, we have happy piggies for the evening. That is how I spot clean my cages. It doesn't take me very long. That actually probably took me a little longer than normal because I'm talking and showing you guys stuff, but everybody's good for the evening. I'll double check all their water, but I'm pretty sure that everybody's good because I switched everything out last night. But you guys should be good to go for the evening. Yeah, we should get you some forage, I think. Thank you guys for watching. If you have any questions about fleece or spot cleaning or anything, just let me know in the comments. I'll link all the videos I talked about down in the description for you guys to check out. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, I make new pet related videos every single week. And I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you all in my next video. Bye.